Hello, and thanks for joining me today within the kitchen with Warren. Today I will be cooking a broccoli and shrimp baked potato. And first, I would like to start off by giving you the ingredients. You need at least 4 baking potatoes, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1 onion minced, 2 garlic cloves minced, 2 cups of broccoli, 1/4 cup of water, 1 cup of diced cooked shrimp, 1/2 cup of sour cream, salt, pepper, 3 tablespoons of fresh Parmesan cheese, and some butter. First, you would need to make sure that you wash off all of your potatoes, preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and then split each one of your potatoes as such. You can also cook them in the microwave as well for about 5 minutes just to get the process going a little bit faster. Because sometimes an hour is just not enough if you have some large potatoes. Now we're going to clean the shrimp and cut each shrimp to about 1/2 inch long. You want to make sure that you cut them and you also devein them to get all of the yucky stuff out of them. And if you get extra large shrimp, cut them about 3 times. If you get small shrimp, just cut them in half. You don't want them to be too small because you want to see the shrimp in your potato. Now you're going to devein them and get all of the icky, yucky stuff out of them. You have to bear with me. I have a cold today, so if I sound congested, I am. And so now we're going to cut our broccoli and we're going to put it aside for later. But you can cut the broccoli, make sure you cut the bottoms off. And then separate them. And make sure the stems aren't too long. Now turn on your fire and add your vegetable oil. Once you do that, let it warm up. And then you want to add 1 onion. You want to cook that onion for about 5 to 7 minutes until it's lightly golden. And make sure that your onion is minced. It's going on this potato, so you don't have to have it too small.
Job opportunities in the healthcare field are booming, but many of those jobs require years of school. One healthcare job that doesn't.
And now you want to add your garlic. And you're going to let that saute a little bit once you add the garlic, and you're going to mix it all in together. And now we're going to add your cut up broccoli. And as we add it, we're going to stir it in as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add 1/4 cup of water, and we're going to let that steam for about 2 to 3 minutes or until the broccoli is crisp and tender. And we're going to stir that in and just let that simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're going to come back to it. And if the water isn't evaporated, at that point you need to pour off any excess water that's left, okay? And so now we're going to add those cut up shrimps and a little bit more water. And we're going to cook it until these shrimps are nice and pink and you don't see anything but goodness. You can see that the pink is coming fairly quickly. We're going to let that simmer for a little bit. Stir that up some more. Now, in about 3 minutes, if it still has water, then you need to drain that water out, okay? And this is how it looks once you're done. Nice and pretty. We're going to set this aside for later. But you can add salt and pepper to your tasting. And then we're going to prepare to cut the potatoes once we finish with this. And then once the potatoes are cool enough to handle, we're going to cut them in half and we're going to mash them all together inside of the skin. And we're going to add a little butter, salt and pepper, and the Parmesan cheese. And I'm turning that fire back on there to make sure that it's warm because it's been sitting aside for a minute because I'm about to add it to my potato. You see how I'm mashing that up? Just mash that up some before we add that butter and salt and pepper. Okay? Now we're going to add the butter. You can add a stick of butter or you can add the parquet like this. I like to use this because it's already soft. You don't have to do much more. Okay? So now I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. And again, bear with me. I have a cold. And now we're going to add the shrimp and broccoli mixture. And then we're going to top it with the sour cream. And this is how it's going to look when we're done. Yummy. Looks really good, huh? Yes. I can't wait to dive in. And there you have it, our broccoli and shrimp baked potatoes. And I would like to thank you for watching In the Kitchen with Juan. Have a nice day, you guys.